Right then, good morning guys. So my name's Chris and I'm a full-time eBay reseller and I've started to put videos to YouTube. I keep saying that, but it's been a couple of months now, so I might cut that out eventually. But the video you're about to watch is a week of my sales. So every single thing I've sold through eBay, I'm about to show you. There'll be previous mix. I record this intro at the end of the week. That way I know roughly what I'm doing. This one's actually quite interesting, guys, because I spent, I spent £7.50 on 3 items. 2 from one car boot, 1 from a charity shop. They're the same thing, but different versions of it. One of them took me 2 minutes to sell, if that. Maybe, you know, less than 5 guaranteed. One took me 10 minutes to sell, and the other took me a day. And all in, I think, and I'm only guessing off the top of my head now, I could do the research. You can tell this isn't scripted, it's ad hoc. I think the one that sold today was 25, one was 35 and one was 30. So some really good profit on that, and they took next to no time to sell. That's why the title is what the title is. But anyway guys, I hope you like the video. I'm going to let past me take over, and then I will again see you at the end when I tell you the numbers, because at the end we do the numbers for you all. Right then guys, this is a quick update. So one for Wednesday, so I've got to get this dispatched early, like when the post office opens, so anyway I was able to sell it to this person. So what it is a set of golf clubs. Now they said, can we get it by Saturday? They'll pay more. I went through roughly what the postage would be. I said normally we do 48 hours for free, and do 24, it'll cost you £5, or I can do guaranteed AM sort of right by Thursday morning, it'll cost you 15. And he said, okay, yeah, I'm only really actually after the drivers and the putter and the bag. And I was like, okay. So it was up at 64.99. I was like, I can do that for 55, and I'll cover the all the shipping costs there, but I'm only going to do the 24, or you pay the asking price. I'll keep the additional clubs and I'll get it to you by sort of Thursday AM. And he went, no, that's fine. Keep the irons, I'll do that. What I have done is I've thrown him 2 extra drivers in for that price. When I took it out and there was like 4 golf clubs in a bag, I felt quite bad for the amount he was getting. So I went, you know what, I'll give you a bit extra. But anyway, that's that one. I've got a few more sales to do, but I'll do them once I get back from the car boot. Right guys, so Wednesday morning, so we're doing Tuesday sales. So day one, not actually bad. I did, obviously, I've got another one. I'm not sure if it's going to be before or after this, but one that I had to do this morning. But first, Shark Flex main motor body, Duo Clean. It's one of the bendable ones, either way, flex, bendable, whatever. That went for 30 quid. Then we got Salter Classic mechanical scales. These are brand new. They just, you know, I got for £1 from an auction. They went for £14.99. Not the best, but for £1 somewhere I'm already at buying stuff, easy money. Next up, we got a Tower vacuum. It's one of the cordless ones. I paid £15 for the whole thing. Sold the battery for 15. This went for 15, and we sold the motor body, but that came back. So a bit annoying, but hey ho. Shark Flex. No, it's not Shark Flex. Flexi Potty. I'm not sure what it's for. The code on this is NV601UKT31. So we're storing them now, we write it down. So that went for £19.99. Again guys, don't pass on your vacuums. This went on offer. This is a TaylorMade. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. TaylorMade. It's got a ping cover. Not sure why I did that, but it's a number 5 wood, 200 steel by TaylorMade. I actually have 2 of these. This one's not the nicer one. The nicer one's got a nice shaft. Yeah, nicer shaft and a proper TaylorMade cover, but this went for £29.69, so I'm gonna guess that that was on an offer. Not quite sure how much I will have offered on that, but hey ho. And then my last one, which I'm sort of gonna hang over my shoulder by the looks of it, it's heavier on one end, I guess it's all shifted down, is a Bond knitting machine, Bond Elite knitting machine, I believe. Now that had, I've only had 2 weeks, that had a massive amount of views. It was like 300, 400, 500 views. And about 15-16 watches. I'll be honest, they put an offer in at 51 quid and they put a thing saying, does any parts need replacing? I was like, don't know if you know, you can't reply. So I was like, accept payment. on the payment note. I did ask this question. Right, now you've paid. Message. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. This is how I bought it from an auction. This is what the auction said. I don't even know where to start with the damn thing. So yeah. Said to them, if there's any issues, let us know and we'll sort something out. But I may end up... That went for £51, by the way. Not sure if I said it. 51 quid. I'm sure my uncle laughed at me when I bought it for a £5. Well, Steve, I'm sure you watch videos. You should trust me, mate. I know what I'm talking about. Although I do stitch him up sometimes at the auctions.
Daphne!
Right then, guys. So Thursday mornings are doing Wednesday sales. I'm laughing because the dog's kicking off in the garden. Kirsty's doing so did he. She had to go get the dog. So shouts really angrily at her. Right, first one up, guys. We got a Squishmallow. His name's Richie. He's got his tags. He's pretty. Yeah, well, I wouldn't recommend. Here's the dog. Wouldn't recommend picking May Squishmallows up. They used to be popular. That one has sat for a long time. All in, he went for $14.99. So he's okay. A couple of quid from a car boot with his tags, but if they don't have tags, I wouldn't bother half the time. There's probably a few. Dyson V7 vacuum head. I actually offered the guy $22.99 on that, and he paid me $27. This is where, guys, this is one of these little lessons for sort of everybody with customer service. Sort of does quite well. I got a message and I replied in like a couple of minutes at most to all of his messages, and it was, I understand this is second hand. Does it come with any warranty or guarantees or anything? I said, look, you got 30 days to return it for any honest reason. As in, if you change your mind, you need to put it down as change of mind, not faulty or not as described. We test the reasons when it gets back, so we'll know if you've been honest or not. If you're honest, full returns. If you're dishonest, we keep postage both ways plus 5% for packing material. We also give you a 90-day money-back guarantee. eBay does. So I just market it. eBay forces me as a business to adhere to their 90-day money-back policy. So eBay say every single item you buy from a business registered seller has a 90-day money-back guarantee. Well, you know what? If I'm forced to adhere to it from eBay, I'm going to advertise it myself. So every single product I sell comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. Because it's eBay's. Message back and he was like, okay, thank you for your swift response. I get that. I understand people being scammed. It's the lowest price you've taken it. I reviewed it. I went, right, so the minimum offers I would accept is $22.99. And he messaged back, he says, you know what, you've been really honest, you've been really quick with your responses, you've been really decent with me, I'll pay you £27. And then the offer came through at £27, so I took it. So I actually got more for that. So sometimes it really does pay to have good customer service, guys. You will have to ignore me random stepping. I got one in the middle that I should have probably just done by now, but yeah, dodging around it. That's a Vaxmain Motorhead for a Blade 32V. That went for $29.69. Gonna get an offer of some percentage. Vax 2000 wet and dry cylinder vacuum. All working. That cost me a tenner the first time I went to that warehouse. If you're watching this video, you've probably seen that one because it's got the most views out of any of my videos by a long stretch. That went for $74.99. £75 from a tenner. All works, all Gucci, all good. And the last one, this took all of about 2 minutes to sell. Paid £2 at a car boot, Guitar Hero, PlayStation 2, Red Octane. It's in there, it's got its original stickers, it's got a strap, it's got all the stuff you want, the box. I actually got 2 of them for £2 a piece from the car boot. And I passed on them, and I seen them. And someone else was there and I walked past them and I went, nah, he's going to grab them because he's got an arm full of games consoles. And my uncle was like, he didn't want them. I was like, there's a reason why he didn't want them then, isn't there? He knows more than me. Blah, 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 blah. Walk down, walk back, still there. Walk down, walk back, still there. Walk down. This is how many times I walked past these. Walk down, walk back, and then I went, oh, you know what, I'm going to my car. Let's just ask the question. Let's see if they were too expensive for him or if they're missing pieces or whatever. Pick them up, open them. Still got stickers, still got all this. Why didn't he take them? Alright. How much do you want on them? Thinking they'd say something like £20, £30. Give us £2 each. Like, well, okay, yeah, take my money. always ask, guys. Everything's a pound till you ask, and everything's worth money till you ask. That went for £32, and I put it up at $34.99. Put 10 live per day. That was the first one that went live. By the time we got to the 4th or 5th one, the offer came through at £32 from a repeat buyer. We didn't even. That's how quickly that sold. We go into drafts and all we do is quickly look at the title, the pictures, and double check that what we've done is accurate. By the time we went from number 1, which was that one, to number 4 or 5, the offer had come through on it. Sold in no time at all. But anyway, guys, that's the sales for today. Right, guys, so we are now on Friday, so we're doing Thursday sales. A couple to go through. We're doing a few of today's sales because I've got to go out later, so I just had to take them a bit later today. So I have sold a shark piece for £25. That's not going to be in the video because they've actually messaged and said they've bought it and then they've checked and they think their vacuum's under warranty. So they actually want to contact Shark. So I just said, look, I don't mind. You've sent me proof that I can apply to eBay and say this is the reason it's been dispatched late because it was requested by them, not by me. So I haven't got to deal with that, so I don't really mind that. So that'll just be delayed. But other than that, on the vacuum piece front, we got another Shark vacuum piece. Hose and handle. That went for 15. And still on vacuum pieces, these went really well. That's a Tower power nozzle. And that's a bag of accessories. I didn't really know how to price these individually because not many were sold. So I just went, you know what, I'll put them together. I've seen some of these at like 30 or so. I've seen pieces that are in there going at like 5 to 10 a piece. So I probably could have got more if I'd have separated that out. I'm quite good at separating the pieces, but I just went, you know what, put them together, $34.99, sold. Took around 2 days on that. Karcher, these tend to sell well. This one comes pat tested. It's a Karcher K2.335. We do right what's wrong with them. On this one, the seal in here is gone. It's just, you plug it in. I did put a piece in to test it. Turn it on and that just fires straight out. Doesn't hold at all, so it needs the seal replacing. Put that in the description. And that went for $34.99. That had loads of views, loads of watches. I just waited for somebody to click the button. I did have a £25 offer, but that was like day 2. I just went, you know what, reject. After 2 days, it's past 100 views, it's going to sell. And the card's still with you. And then my last one is a book bundle. So this is a hardback book bundle, 8 books in total. It's Clive Cussler. This is from when there's a charity shop by us down in Shrewsbury, Salvation Army, I believe. Yeah. They do you 5 books for £1. So we used to go there, get loads, zip it them, do all that. And if we found some from the same author, particularly like hardback or whatever, we would do that. So they cost me less than £2 because I've got a different 2 books to that. It's where all our vintage sci-fi novels and whatnot came from. I won't buy them again. £15 free postage on an offer down from $24.99. Just get it gone. They did put in their offer, they've already got one of the books that we can keep if we want to. No, they can have the lot. I've got another book bundle upstairs of him ready to go. They've sat round for a long time and I'm not going to make a lot on that with postage costs. Anyway guys, that's it for today. Right then guys, so we're on Saturday, so we're just quickly running through Saturday morning and Friday sales. So we've got a couple to go through. Second time we sold this. Tower, main motor body, no battery, but yeah, 20 quid this time, down for 25 on an offer. They actually only want that bit. They're offered as a tenner for it, so I could do it for 15 from 25, just because with the postage and packaging, it's just not worth it. Plus selling the rest of it on its own is a pain in the backside. They said, would you take 20 for the lot? So I went, yeah, just take the lot of 20. No idea who's bought these. They're literally fake books. They don't open, they don't do anything. Perfume. I bought them by mistake. I thought there was like a gift box thing that would open and there'd be something inside of it, but no. Advertising stuff, I don't know. Got a tenner for them and all. Like, who paid it? I don't know. People buy anything. Not complaining, whatever you want. Like, they look pretty nice, but I don't know. Vitronics, brand I'd never heard of. Main motor body again. No bin on this one, we sold the bin separately. All works. Probably should have taken the battery out, sold that separately, but I didn't. Vax Steam Home Master, so Vax Steam Cleaner. Have got the extensions, it's all down there. It's got loads of accessories in the back, but the one thing that's missing that is in the advertisement is the connector from the hose to the accessories and things. It's all in there, all works. There's not many of these that were on eBay. I struggled with pricing it, but with the missing piece, I went 34.99. Offer came through, 30 quid. Let's get it gone. Henry Hoover. Guy's nose. Nozzle. But, Jesus Christ, promise you guys I understand English. It's been a long day. But got all the pieces to it. 50 quid down from 59.99 on an offer, so might as well. And then the last one of the day, G-Tech Air Ram. We sold one of these before. We don't normally do these as a whole, but this is G-Tech Air Ram K9. And I went for 54.99, pat tested as well. Doesn't come with a charger though, it's the only negative thing about it, but they're easy enough to pick up. Right guys, so Monday morning, so doing Saturday afternoon, all of Sunday and Monday morning. It is actually quite early to be fair, so it's not much Mondays, but we haven't got many sales concerns for weekend, but there's a lot of things going against you this week if you're selling on eBay. Loads of people off on the holidays, kids are off, so people are taking the kids out, and you're the furthest away from a monthly payday you're going to get, and most of the time 4 weekly, so bit of a tricky one. But we still got some sales. So first up, Ted Baker London black jeans. These are size 34 regular. Sat for a very long time. Guitar Hero guitar, second one sold this week. This one doesn't come with a dongle. It's got everything else you want. It's a Kramer, all that sort of stuff. That went last night, 34.99. Less than a week. Escape from Cold, it's vintage board game by Parker. I think it's like 90s. I could tell on the listing. There is a lot of pieces in there. I'm not going to open it too much, but you got a lot of pieces in there. And we dropped one out, so I'm going to have to get that. Yeah, again, so I paid £1 for that from the auction, £1.20 with auction fees. And yeah, that's that. Not long. I think a week, less than a week. Shark Power nozzle. Did say I'd start reading the codes out to you guys. There's from the lift away. This one is MV601 UKT31. Just a power nozzle on its own. That went for 30. And another one. Ow. Code on this one was MV340 UKR31. We actually had a lot of messages on this one from one person. Apparently theirs is gone, but they're not 100% sure if it's the motor or this or that or the other handle. So said, you know, you let me know. I've got these pieces in stock. And for an extra tenner, they've bought the handle and the pipe. Now that was up at 15, that was up at 24.99. So I said, look, do me 35 and you can have the pair. And I changed the listing that they was messaging me on. I upped the price and I put in the description that now includes both pieces. They didn't pay after I sent that message and did that for a couple hours. And then I messaged them again and I said, look, in the nicest way, I've had to remove a listing off eBay. I've upped the price, so this will not sell. And I've included an extra part that isn't pictured or anything, so people will be like, what the hell? So I've made my listing sort of unsellable for you. So I'm only going to hold this price for 2 days. In 2 days, so on Tuesday, because this was yesterday, that price will be removed, the offer will be removed, and you will have to contact us again to get that offer reinstated, if and when we will. And then they paid within 20 minutes. So sometimes people just need a little poke in the right direction. And then last, we got a Sharkmane motor body. That one is MV602 UKT66. Back tested. Went for 31.49 down from 34.99. So not bad. Got to get it all packed though. So and to the post office. But anyway, guys, see what tomorrow brings. Morning, guys. So Tuesday morning, so we're doing Monday sales. Monday pulled through for me. I sold more Monday than what I did over the weekend, which is rare for me. But we are getting close to that time where people spend more money, where they earn more money.
Missing what?
My lovely assistant has come to help me. Seriously, I don't know what's going on with these. This took less than 10 minutes to sell. First one took 2 minutes, second one took a day, third one less than 2 minutes. Now, I don't know if it's because it's got a fancy controller with Zelda all on it, or stickered up, or whatever. But it took less than 10 minutes, and it sold for 25 quid. And I only paid £2.50, £3.50 in a charity shop. Mental. Staple this week, isn't it? Vacuum hose for a shark. Vacuum handle hose. Let's go on this one. MV620 UKT31. Most of the shark uprights start with MV. They all pretty much end in either UK or UKT. Then it's just the numbers that you really need to pay attention to. This one's model 620, and that went for 20 quid. Dyson V7 vacuum 1 tube. days ago, by the way, V7. Odd offer. It's up at $14.99. They offered me $11.24. You know what? On a vacuum tube, let's get it gone. Main motor body for a Shark lift away. That went for $25. Here's not a great brand to watch out for. Goodman's. Now I can't remember where I picked this up from, and I've narrowed it down to one or two places, and I could watch my videos because I've recorded both. It's either from Chert Car Boot, in which case it cost me a £5, or it's from the warehouse, in which case it cost me a £10. But either way, offer came through this morning, woke up to it. £21. £21 for a cordless Goodman's vacuum. Not ideal, but I'm only asking 25, and let's be fair, doesn't come with a charger or anything. They buy that separately. They're actually pretty good, to be fair, if you needed one. I definitely recommend buying a Goodman's new. I just don't see the appeal to it second hand. Deducing how I'm going to do the packing on this one, because I've not got much budget to play with. It'll definitely not be a Royal Mail job, that. This is pretty cool. So this is one of my... Something I did a while ago when I was working full time. I had 3 to 4 really busy weeks in a row. I wasn't really able to get out and get a lot of stock, so I was like, right, I need to start looking a bit more into like wholesale things. So what can I buy offline from sort of a wholesaler, pay a cheap price, and then flip it on eBay? And this is from Naruto Shippuden. And it's a little frog purse. You know, you open it, it's got a little tongue that sticks out and all that. They're really cool. But I think I bought 5 for $1.99 a piece. Sold all 5, $12.99 with postage. Oddly, they paid postage on this. They all sold. Went back to the supplier 3 months later. They didn't fly out. They just went. What's the minimum order? And they said 3. And I went, okay, cool. I want 3 more. Obviously, on both these orders, I had other things as well. Like, I've got a lot of Gundam models. They all sit behind. So each one has to then come down. Like, they literally said, if I'm buying 5 different Gundam models, I can do that on a minimum order of 2. And if I'm buying these as well, I can do that on a minimum order of 2. All in, I did spend quite a bit each time, I think. But yeah, these work out to $1.99 a piece. And that flipped for $12.99. And I got $3.75 on postage. I've no idea who paid that. I think that listing is a bit outdated. Here's quite an old Vax vacuum. Wouldn't recommend it. It's not sold that well. Vax Power Nano Total Home. That's gone for $28. It's got some nice features on it though, to be fair. Like that flips up and you're away with it. It's full. That'll make it very good for packing. Hopefully I'll save some money. I thought it wasn't going to go down there. You know, this comes out really easily with that button. It's not bad. It's just, from my perspective, I want £50 vacuums, and that was 30, and it didn't really, and it, you know, I took an offer for £2 off. Oddly, here's a really good one. This didn't sit for long either, so I've struggled with this sort of stuff in the past, trying to sell it. I've had, give you a hint to what it is now. I've had Silver Cross, and I've had McLaren, and I've had all sorts of brands like that with this. And they have sat and sat and sat. When I had a Silver Cross pram, bearing in mind it was fairly new, and I had enough parts, minus wheels, to make 2 prams. And the exact one we found in a store for $799.99. And I put it on and I wanted £200. And I had twice what you would get in a store. Didn't go. I ended up putting it on for a 99p auction, and it did go for £100 in the end, but didn't go anywhere. The McLaren one that sat for ages sold to Israel, of all countries. And then we got this one, which that's a mountain buggy. That's what they call it. It's Breeze. It's got a cover with it. Apparently it's a running buggy or something. I just know what I saw online. But that went for $89.99. I had it up at 100. Put the sent the 10% offer out. Somebody took it and it sold. So yeah, that was the second sale I had yesterday. I had it yesterday morning. I was off to a good day. And the last one, it does work. I'll scroll up to see what it is. that's the V7 motor body. So yeah, main motor body for the Dysons. I didn't pick Dysons up. I started when I did vacuums, I picked loads of Dysons up. Then they died off, so I stopped, and I had 4 of these cordless vacs sat around in the loft. The listing had been on for over 300 days, and I just went, you know what, let's just tear it down, tear it to parts, because when we first listed them was before we did that. And I've sold a lot of the parts now, so glad I did that. Don't ever let your old stock sit as is, guys. There's always a way to sell it, even if it's not selling. But yeah, I'll be back with the numbers soon. Right then, guys, so I'm back now. So I'm back. Yeah, you know about how I record it, you know why I say things like that. So, and I got the numbers now, which is, you know, everybody's favourite part. So this week in sales, a sales total, so this is the total income before everything. This is what we got paid in grand total, £1,098.94. So that's the income. The cost of that stock, so what I had to pay to physically acquire the stock, came in at £172.09. Now if you don't know, every video could be someone's first video, so do say it on a lot of them. I aim to 5 times my money. So when I spend £1, I want to see 5. When I spend £5, I want to see 25. Reason behind that is people say, you know, greedy, this, that, and the other. You're about to see all the costs that actually go in to selling and how quickly that 1,000 starts dissipating down. So when I see I spent £172 and the income from that was at 1,098, because that's what I work it off, is my sale price needs to be 5 times my purchase price. That is nearly 10 times, I believe. No, it's not. Maths is well out. It's more than the 5 that I would aim for, so I'm quite happy with that. It should have been around the 250 region to get 5, so I'm slightly up on where I like to be. My eBay fees, so what eBay automatically take off me for their services, from their customer service, which is really good, to the actual app, to the website, to everything that you use to get these sales. They charged me £129.56. So again, not bad really for the services I get. It's a bit annoying because I also, this week, now that I'm recording in as an example, I have to pay £100 store fee for my store. So next week that cost will be quite high. My delivery fees, which are a total of, which come from Yodel, Royal Mail and Parcelforce, are the only 3 we've used. That came to £237.66. My ad fee, which is what the promotional listings and whatnot, that was £21.22, which I believe somebody said you make on average. I seen a YouTube video once that said the promoted fees make on average around 10% more sales. So I kind of look at it like 10% more of those sales is sort of worth that. So when all is said and done anyway, guys, the total amount of money I'm left with at the end of it is £538.41. So that's my sort of profit. Now again, I run this as a proper business, so some of the fees that I've not touched on, I've got to pay my wages, I've got to go out and acquire more stock, I've got to pay fuel, I've got to pay the gas, the electric. I know it's my house, I know I own it, but I can't do this business without that, so that cost goes into this. And most importantly, the tax. Now, it has been mentioned to me in person a couple of times I don't speak on tax, so I'm going to start putting in a couple more videos, but just a quick brief overview. When you do something like this, you're taxed on your profit. So I pay my tax on my wage. So whatever I pay myself, I pay tax on, I pay NI on, I do all that. Because it's self-employment, it's at the end of the year, I just send all my figures off to my accountant and she tells me what to pay. The reason I don't include it here is because I don't know how to work it out. Because I'm telling you I made £538. So if I was just working full-time doing this on the side, that's what I would have taken home. Because I'm running it as a business, it's a little bit different. My 538 is rough profit. When you take off my fuel, my depreciation on my truck, the fact that technically for this house, 3 rooms, from my shed to my loft to the garage I've rented out, I can claim rent back. So there's a lot of little tax breaks and things you can do. I don't know the ins and outs of them all, and I don't really tend to deal with it. I send it off to an accountant. She's really, really good. And she says to me, right, over your year, this is how much in profit you are, this is how much you owe on your personal wage, this is how much you owe
from your business point of view, and I just pay that. I budget it to be in 20%. Whether it's going to work out like that or whatnot, don't really know. Depends whether she puts me in a minus, a plus, or whatever. I don't know. But it is what it is, guys. That's how I deal with the tax. So I'm not going to include like that sort of breakdown in every video. I just want to put it in one, because obviously I have been questioned on it, I believe, by 2 to 3 different people now that have watched videos and seen me. So before I put it out there. But anyway, guys, if you like what you've seen, do me a favour, drop a like on the video. If you want to see more, subscribe for more. You get to see every single thing we sell, which is good because it shows you guys what does actually sell. And you also get to come out and see us picking up a lot of stock. I believe next week we're going back to the warehouse, which is my most popular video, so we'll have that one out. If you want to see that, drop a subscription. And then this week we've got a few auctions on the go and possibly some car boots. But anyway, guys, hopefully I'll see you on the next one.